know the full range of things that you as an individual or a guest or a host can do to protect yourself when using these tools. The first one is using secure Wi-Fi. When connecting to video calls, this is some of the basics. Don't use public Wi-Fi. It's easier for people to get into or use or attack you from. If you are using home routers, make sure you change your default passwords and settings. So make sure you are connecting to something that is a secure landline or otherwise base. The second is having a strong password. Bill mentioned password managers are a great tool to use that help you really set stronger ones, but having strong passwords enable that people aren't necessarily able to get in super easily. Passwords are also a great tool when offered on video conferencing tools, so you can have great passwords so that enables only the people you want to get into the call will get into the call. We also covered to cover your camera when not in use. I have a great camera cover. If you don't have one, you can easily use tape or a piece of paper or otherwise. It's just a great tool for those that are worried about potential security vulnerabilities as it relates to people getting into your camera settings. Use appropriate background. So Bill has a great setup from home that we've been able to see. And that's one example. Another example is setting a background like I've done, which is a virtual background, putting something up that is enabling your privacy no matter where you are, and just keeps you and your information in your home more secure. The next is protecting sensitive information that can be seen or heard. Sometimes this happens with noise, sometimes this happens in your audio. There's a variety of ways you can protect yourself. To make sure that your whiteboards are erased in your calls, or there isn't information being shared or seen through videos or otherwise. I mentioned this a little bit earlier with passwords, but make sure to password protect your calls or enable your permissions. As a host, you have a lot of opportunities when setting a call or creating one that enables it to be more secure. Please be sure to check those out. There are lots of tools online that share more how to do that as well. The next one is just to update your tools to get the latest version. So if you're on some of these tools, it might prompt you, say that we have an update available. So Zoom does offer that on its app when it's on its desktop or otherwise. Sometimes you might have to just go into the settings and click on updates and download the updated version. But meaning you are updating your tools really allows you to make sure that you have the highest version of that tool that is equipped with all the patches and securities and forward settings that allow for your privacy and security as companies are being held accountable and are changing things constantly. And the last one is a good tip for all tools online and all apps and all things we use, but really reviewing your settings frequently. Settings are changing as organizations are evolving or setting them, or you're using new tools, but you want to make sure that you are reviewing this stuff so that you have enabled the highest amount of security and you are aware of what you are potentially giving to the organization or tool or potentially able to modify as a host or participant.